All right, folks, we want to welcome you to the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship first round pregame press conference with William and Mary from the Moody Center in Austin, Texas. In a few moments, we will begin our press conference with the William and Mary student athletes and head coach. The format of today's press conference will be to hear from the players first, and then the players will be dismissed after taking questions. After a 5-minute break, head coach Erin Dickerson Davis will join us. The William and Mary players who will be with us in a few moments are senior guard Bella Nascimento, freshman forward Natalie Fox, and sophomore guard Monet Dance. For those folks who are joining us from Zoom, we welcome you virtually with us, and please check your settings to be sure that you're identified by name and affiliation. You will be only called on if you are properly identified, and if you wish to ask a question, please use the raised hand function. We will start with questions for the student athletes from the media who are assembled here in Austin first, and then we'll turn our attention to the media who are joining us on Zoom. Just as a reminder, William and Mary will enter tomorrow night's matchup against University of Texas, the #1 seed. William and Mary comes in with a record of 16-18, and they're coming off their 69-63 first four victory over High Point last night here in Austin. Come on up. Hello, ladies.
Hey, how are you?
Well, hello, welcome back. All right, we now have assembled with us our student athletes from William and Mary, and I want to introduce them again. Joining us are senior guard Bella Nascimento. Again, she's been here a few times. Freshman forward Natalie Fox. We had you last night with us as well. And also welcome sophomore guard Monet Dance. We will start with questions for our student athletes from those folks assembled here in Austin. Just give your name and affiliation, please, before asking a question, and just direct it directly to one of these three young ladies. First question. Microphone, please.
Nathan Waters with William & Mary University Communications. Bella, she was just kind of joking about it. Are you kind of getting into the groove of this? I mean, you're up on the stage now. You've been here for a few days. You won a game. What's it like to kind of continue this process, this successful process that you've had?
Yeah, I'm getting into a groove. My teammates is getting into a groove, and I think we just want to get out there and play. We're just eager, and we just want to compete and show everybody who we are.
Next question will come from Danny Davis from the Austin American-Statesman.
This, I guess, for any of the players, has it settled in yet what you guys have accomplished and the history that you're making, or is that something you're not going to really think about until, weeks, months, maybe even years down the line?
Personally, I'm not thinking about where we're at right now. This is still such a crazy experience to me, and I bet for all my other teammates as well. We're blessed to be here, and we're excited. We're making history. This is a one-of-a-kind opportunity, a moment for us to shine.
Natalie?
For sure. We joke about how we think you could write a story off of our story, but thinking about it and everything we've done, you can't really comprehend everything until maybe after. But right now I'm just kind of living in the moment with my teammates and enjoying it while we're here.
Monet?
It is a great accomplishment, and we're blessed to be here in this opportunity that we have. I think our team is just focused on the next game and how we can impact that and how we can shock the world.
Next question comes from Miles Media. Miles?
This is for all of y'all. Texas is known for its tough defense. What challenges do you anticipate facing tomorrow, and how is your team preparing for that?
Yeah, Texas is a really good team, #1, obviously. But they have the main thing is that they're really big, and we're not as big. And so we just have to play physical, play tough, and match their intensity. Even though we lack height, but being aggressive and trying to punch first, I think will stunt them a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just going to try to focus on what's gotten us here thus far, playing hard, playing intense, going for all the 50-50 balls, focusing on what we do and just matching their intensity and playing our game.
I think height it does play a big role in this game. Our posts are going to be boxing out their posts, so it's going to be like a big emphasis for our guards to come in and get the rebounds. But I think the main focus is not getting too high or too low because this game is definitely going to be loud, and we just need to focus on what we came here to do and execute that.
We're going to go back to a question from Danny Davis, Austin American-Statesman. Danny.
When the regular season ended on March 8th, did you envision 2.5 weeks later that you all would be here on this podium, or did you surprise yourselves even a little bit?
We definitely envisioned ourselves winning a championship, and that's what we did. Before we went to the tournament for playoffs, we had like a little bonfire moment, like us and the team, and we just like made like a vision board of everything we wanted to accomplish this postseason. And coming here was definitely a part of that. We're still super excited to keep playing and just keep the ball rolling.
Anyone else want to comment?
For sure. I think we were just taking it one day at a time. Like playoffs, we kept saying, we can focus on being tired tomorrow. Like we can focus on this tomorrow. Like we just played in the moment, did what we had to do in the moment, and like just kept going day from day, which has gotten us to where we are now.
I don't think we necessarily surprised ourselves. I think we put the piece together at the right time, and in doing that, we were able to show basically everyone that we are capable of doing things. We have the talent, we have the potential, and we just put it together.
All right, we're going to turn to some questions from those folks who are joining us via Zoom. Our first question will come from Rob Knox of The Next. Rob?
Hey, ladies, what's happening?
What's up?
Quick question for each one of you. Can you all give me two non-basketball things this week that's going to like stick with you for forever? It could be meeting alumni. It could be in a hotel, seeing all the NCAA signage, maybe getting a police escort to the arena or whatever like that.
Yeah, so we have like a little, what's it called? Like when we walk out and like our band is there cheering us on.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but we have like a little walkout ceremony, which is dope and awesome that all of our fans, our parents, the bands out there cheering for us. And just earlier today, a couple of us were playing cards in the lobby and just enjoying the moment and staying present.
For sure. One of the things I'm probably never going to forget is just all of the like overwhelming support we're receiving from our school and our staff. There's like watch parties all over Williamsburg, and we're just seeing videos of that, so that's definitely going to stick with me. And then just being able to sit outside in the sun and like spend time with my teammates and like just bond and joke and enjoy the moment.
Dang, y'all took like all of them. I was gonna say like going outside after like this like kind of like overwhelming, I guess, kind of experience being in this like atmosphere, and then kind of getting to go outside and just like hang out with teammates. And then the same thing Bella said, playing cards this morning.
And then obviously, Bella, you mentioned it in like your opening remark that you basically have waited your life for an opportunity like this. Now that it's happening for all three. What's the thought of playing Texas? I mean, obviously, I know you all are confident, and I know you aren't intimidated by playing Texas. But just as a little girl growing up, to obviously play in the tournament, but now you get the opportunity to compete against what many people perceive as one of the top teams in the country.
Yeah, just having this opportunity to compete with one of the top teams is incredible. Something that we all have been working really hard towards and wanting to accomplish. We just want to go out and make a huge impact on the court, whether that's sharing the ball, getting defensive stops, rebounding. We just want to play together and stick together, and this is for sure something we'll never forget.
Rob, thank you for the questions. We're now going to turn to our David Johnson, who's joining us via Zoom as well. David, could you just name your affiliation and ask your questions, please?
Yes, I work with tribeathletics.com. Natalie, I wanted to ask you about last night. I know none of you had played in this kind of setting before, but you're a freshman, and you were so huge in the fourth quarter. Kind of take me through that, what you did to kind of keep your poise and play probably your best game so far.
I kind of just was like doing what my teammates needed me to do. we knew we could out-rebound them, so I kind of just focused on getting some more O-boards and some putbacks because they're the easiest layups to get for me. And just, like, having my teammates back, making sure I help out on defense, just being where I'm supposed to be and doing my role and my job just to support this team and, like, take us as far as we can go.
David, do you have a follow-up question or questions?
Yes, please. I was wondering if both Bella and Monet could speak to that as well. She had 6 rebounds in the fourth quarter alone, several follows and so forth. How important was she in pulling out that win?
Yeah, that was super important, and I think that is like feeding into her confidence more, and it's really showing out on the court what she's capable of doing. And we knew that she was able to do this all along. She, step out into the bright lights and shine. That's what she does. Big Nat Fox, you feel me?
She did play a crucial role. I'm sorry, Big Nat Fox. She did play a crucial role. We knew she can do it, just like Bella said. I don't know, but we're proud of you. Like, you stepped up. True freshman. You're great.
Thank you.
David, you all set with your questions?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much.
All right.
Well, I guess no. One more if it's okay.
Of course. Go ahead.
Just, Natalie, I know you're going to see some size against Texas. Your thoughts on that? I know you probably haven't gone against them yet or faced them any team like that yet, but just your general thoughts on having that kind of matchup coming up.
I'm just excited to be able to embrace this opportunity. I always love to be able to, play a little bit more physical, getting inside and like see what I can do against these tougher, bigger, older teams. So I'm kind of just excited to be able to, it's like a test for myself, see what I can do against Texas.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for those questions, David. We'll return now to questions from the media members that are assembled in Austin. The next question from Jim Vertuno from the Associated Press. Jim?
This will be really for any of the players. And just your teammate, Collie, I guess, went through kind of a rough experience after a game earlier this year with some pretty ugly stuff on social media, and she reached out to you guys for support. And how did you rally around her and help get her through that? And what was the message throughout the team about what to do from that moment?
Yeah, so with all that, we let her know that we have her back and we're here to support her and everything. And our main focus was to forget about the past, like have short-term memory, forgot about all the fouls, forgot about all the backlash, everything like that, and just focus on what's next and what we can do to prepare for our next game, for our next win, because it doesn't matter what people say. People are always going to talk, but you always got to block out the noise.
For sure. I think we just let her know that, like, we have her back and, like, everything that happened, it was a team effort. The loss was a team effort. Like, we're a team. Nothing's on her. And, like, all the people that talk, like, they're just going to talk. So let them talk and, like, just stick with the people who know you and who love you, and it's her team.
I think we started off by apologizing for not automatically going to her after that game, and then she wanted revenge, and we went on a revenge tour. That's really how it went.
Any other questions for our... Oh, we are going to go back to Danny Davis from the Austin American Statesman for another question. Danny.
Not nearly as serious a topic, but have you all adjusted? Are you all still on East Coast time? And are your people back in Virginia kind of complaining about a 9:45 start tomorrow?
I mean, it's only like an hour difference. It's not that bad, but it is like these late games I'm for sure not used to at all. I'm not playing at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. It's my bedtime. What? But it's super exciting to be here, though.
Anything else from our media members here? I see no questions actually on the Zoom as well. So with that said, ladies, thank you so much for your time. We've really, really enjoyed you being here, and we look forward to you competing tomorrow night as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a reminder that we will have head coach Erin Dickerson Davis joining us within a few minutes. Just a reminder again for those people who are joining us online, just use the raised hand function as you've been doing if you want to ask Coach Dickerson Davis a question. For those people who are assembled here in Austin for the media, there's a few more minutes of the open locker room for William and Mary. Their locker room will close to the media at 4:15. and then there will be a period of practice open times as well, and that will be from 4:30 to 4:45 if you want to go on the onto the court and watch practice for 15 minutes. So again, Coach Erin Dickerson Davis will be with us in a few minutes. Thank you. We want to welcome you back to our NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship first round pregame press conference with William and Mary from the Moody Center in Austin, Texas. In a few moments, we will be joined on the podium by William and Mary head coach Erin Dickerson Davis. Again, William and Mary is coming off their 69-63 first four victory over High Point last night, and tomorrow evening they will face Texas in the first round game. A reminder that thank you for those who are joining us here in Austin, and then those folks who are joining us on Zoom. If you do have a question on Zoom, just check your settings and make sure that you use the raised hand function if you wish to ask a question. We will start with questions from the media assembled here in Austin first, and then we'll go to the folks who are joining us via Zoom. Coach will be joining us momentarily. One more reminder to the media here in Austin that there is a 15-minute session where the media can access practice today for William and Mary, and that time will be from 4:30 to 4:45. Coach, welcome back.
Hello.
Have a seat right there if you would.
Okay, thank you.
No. Might be getting old hat for you, Coach, but we're so excited to have you back on the podium with us.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm sure you are. Congratulations again for your for your victory last night, and we'd like to start this portion of the press conference to have you make an opening statement again, if you would.
Yes, I am so happy and elated to be here. Our team has worked so hard. We've faced so many challenges. We've gone up against some really, really great teams, amazing coaches that I've seen coach for a very long time. So we're just super excited for this opportunity and glad that we can be in Austin for another day.
Thank you, Coach. I'm going to turn to the media here in Austin, and the first question's coming to you from Danny Davis of the local Austin American-Statesman. Danny.
Erin, what does it take for a team to essentially win 5 straight do-or-die games like y'all have?
Leadership. It takes leadership more than anything. It takes buy-in. We talk about believing, but belief is not easy, and that's something that we saw when we started to take a slide in our season. We had played really good basketball, and we took a really hard turn of events, and belief is hard. I'll say that. So I think more than anything, it takes leadership. My veterans really stepped up when it was time. My younger players, Cassidy Gaddis, Monet Dance, they came through and had some really good games when Bella struggled to score in the NCAA tournament, and I knew that those are the leaders they could be as well. So between that and just buying into what we wanted to do, I think that's what got us here.
Danny has a follow-up question.
I'm sure if I told you tomorrow your game's at midnight, your players would be on the bus ready to go. But with such a late start, what do you have to do differently? Is there like any adjustments you have to make throughout the day to kind of get this team ready or kill downtime? How do you kind of handle that late start tomorrow?
Yeah, we've been trying to figure that out. I know that they're a little overwhelmed with some homework, so there'll be some downtime in the morning. They can't do homework after noon tomorrow, so I'm sorry to William and Mary. Sorry, they can't do homework. They can only do homework from 8 to 12 tomorrow, and that's it. And we're going to do shoot around. We'll probably walk around. We'll watch some games. We love that the games are on, so we have a meeting space and just kind of shift everything back, and hopefully watching the games, they see the excitement, they see the environment, they'll be ready to go.
Jim Vertuno from the Associated Press has your next question.
I guess just size up your matchup with the number 1 seed, Texas. Their size, their defensive pressure. What are you facing?
Goliath. Texas, I think I said this yesterday. I didn't watch Texas film coming into this because we were focused on one game at a time, but I've literally watched them the entire season. We were transitioning offense, and I knew that Vic Schaefer ran dribble drive offense, and so all summer and off season, I actually studied Texas women's basketball and their dribble drive offense. So I feel like I've been watching this team for a very long time. They're so good. You know, it starts at the top. You know, Coach Schaefer is one of the best in the business. He's going to go down in history as one of the best to ever do it. And he has a very well-coached team. They're disciplined. They're talented. They're humongous. We watched it on film this morning with the team. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's very funny because I know Lindsay Wisdom Hilton very well from growing up. And earlier in the year, she said, "You should come down and play us." And I'm like, "Never." And then all of a sudden, we're here. So it's very exciting. Our players are just happy for the opportunity to go out there and compete and play our game and be on a stage with players and coaches of that level.
As a coach, are you the kind to like maybe pull the team together for like an inspirational movie night or anything like that to find that David versus Goliath thing? Or is
My
that
players,
too corny?
Yeah, they don't really like stuff like that. They already think I'm corny. I thought I was so cool until I met my players. No, they want this to be another game. That was our message the entire postseason. We talked about winning this next game, right? Playing this next game, competing the way that we want to compete in this next game. So, yeah, it's a tall task. I think, you know, we all know that. However, I think this is an opportunity for us to grow as a team still, right? Win or lose, you get to grow as a team. You get to grow together. You get to continue to lay the foundation for the following teams, the following tribe teams. So I think that's what our focus is going to be. We have another game. We have another opportunity to play a basketball game this season, and we're just going to take full advantage of that.
We're going to turn, before another question here from Austin, we're going to turn to David Johnson, who's joining us on Zoom. David, for your question or questions, please, for Coach.
Hey, Erin, how you doing?
Hey, Dave.
You guys in the fourth quarter last night did the same thing you did in the CAA. You played so smart in the fourth quarter, made the plays and all that. And obviously you had Bella doing that and some experienced players, but Natalie Fox was huge as well. I was wondering if you could sort of talk about what she meant to the win with her 6 rebounds and 8 points off follows.
Yeah, so Natalie had a rough go all season. She was battling a herniated disc, you know, trying to figure out how she was going to play, when she would be able to play, if she would be able to play, and that was really rough for her. And so to see all the work that she put in, all the tears, you know, the adversity that she went through to get here, to see it all kind of come together at the end, I think was just so special, and I'm glad that she was able to get that moment. I was scrolling on Twitter, and I saw that she scored the first tribe basketball basket in March Madness, and I think that is just so cool. It's cool for her confidence moving forward. She's only a freshman. She has so much basketball ahead of her. You know, to come out in the NCAA tournament, have a double-double, career highs. I mean, it just shows her what is possible here and the kind of career that we know that she can have here.
David, do you have a follow-up question?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Then we're going to turn to Rob Knox of The Next. Rob, your question or questions for Coach, please.
Yeah, hey, I have 2. First one, how important is it, you just mentioned it? How important is it to build that legacy for other programs for other teams to follow that this is the first, and now moving into recruiting and moving on to those things that you'll do in a few weeks? How important is that for you and your program and the school?
I really wanted, when I first got here, to prove to people that William & Mary was not just a school that people went to because it was a good school. I came in my first meeting, I said, I don't want people to think of us as, oh, you guys are just the smart girls that just happen to play basketball. I want you guys to be ballers that happen to be brilliant. And I said that from day one. I say that today. Like, if nobody knows anything else about us, like, we're not just those girls that are just, taking some scholarship to get school paid for. Like, we are here to be ballers, and they're going to get an amazing degree. And so that helps with our sales pitch, right? That was a dream. That was a vision on day one. My first team, second team, they laid the foundation for that to be a reality today. And I think that I'm most excited that we can kind of move forward with that vision. Like, look at what we can do. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. We're going to go against some really good coaches and really good teams every single year. The CAA is such a competitive conference. But I want them to know that you can be both. You can be a baller, and you can be brilliant, and you can get an amazing degree here.
And then, speaking of CAA, how have you heard from like different people in the CAA, and if so, what has that meant to you and your program to know that like other schools at CAA, obviously y'all compete against? I mean, I know it's all love. Y'all compete against each other all year. Now they see you all doing this, and now you hear from some of those coaches and players, or just on social.
The CAA is probably one of the most close-knit conferences I've ever been a part of. I've been a part of a lot of them. We all support each other. We are huge competitors. We want to beat each other every single day, but we support each other. I have heard from almost every single coach in the CAA up until this point. That is just a testament to what our commissioner has created. It is a true family environment. You can do both. You can love each other and compete and want the best for each other. And I'm just very happy to be a part of something like this.
And my last question is, last night you as the game ended, you hugged your staff, you hugged your assistant coaches, and obviously they play a huge role. Some unsung, obviously somebody that's worked in college athletics for 17 years. I know all the things that assistant coaches go through. Obviously, opportunity to just shed light on how important they've been to you, your program, your young ladies, and just helped you through this week.
I mean, I stand most days because my assistant coaches carry me. They hold me up. They hold me down. Whatever I need, they're there for. They're in my room at 2 a.m. calming me down when things don't go well. They're in my room at 2 a.m. if things are going right, celebrating. Like, they are the definition of family, right? These are not just my assistant coaches. These are people that I get to be around every single day. They help me. They lift me up more than anything. My assistant coach, Dane Sparrow, has had almost every single scout in the postseason, and he does it without complaint. He does it with the same passion that he did the very first scout this season. Sugar Rogers and Kania Cole, they go work overtime with my players, right? Making sure that they're good, making sure they have a good mindset. They're prepared, they're ready to go, they're calm. There's no way I would be able to be sitting here speaking to you guys without my assistant coaches. So I am just so incredibly grateful for them, for just being here with me, for believing in me too, right? They had to believe in me first. And because of that, we've been able to create something really special.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And thank you, David and Rob, for those questions. We're going to return to questions here from the media assembled in Austin, and Danny Davis, Austin American-Statesman. Danny.
Aaron, going back to something you said a couple minutes ago, how well do you know Lindsay? Did you guys grow up, go to school together? How do you kind of know her?
We're both from Illinois. We're maybe 1 year apart in age, so we played against each other a lot. We played with each other some. So we've literally known each other since I was like 14.
And then do you get your sense from your players that they're just happy to be there? Or are they completely focused and wanting something more heading forward?
No, they still want to, they love this, right? They don't want it to end. And so I am happy that they get to be here, but they are in full competitor mode right now, right? We have another game. We have a practice today to prepare for Texas. You know, they know this is a 1 seed, right? They don't have to have watched them one time to know that this is a really good team, right? However, they're asking in film today, how are we going to guard this? What do you want us to do on this screening action? What offenses do you guys think are going to work? Like, they are in full go mode right now. Again, that's a testament to our leadership, right? The seniors saying, hey, I want to end this on a bang, right? Like, let's keep moving. Let's not just show up and say, oh, we're so happy to be here, but let's really compete and show people that we can keep competing even with the best in the country.
All right. Any other questions from anyone here in Austin? Not seeing any. Coach, I just want to thank you again for your time and all of your comments. I can see why you're so inspirational to your players, and we just wish you the very, very best tomorrow night as you compete against Texas.
Thank you
very
guys.
much.
Thank you.